So I just got done with my first time watch of Dunkirk. And while the film isn't bad, it definitely left me feeling mixed emotions. The cinematography for this film, just as any other Christopher Nolan film, is amazing. Christopher Nolan knows how to set up those shots, whether it's zoomed in or a wide angle. He does both masterfully well. There are also tense moments where if you're claustrophobic, I would tell you to maybe not not watch it at all. Maybe just be a little bit hesitant, especially, yeah, if you have that phobia of small spaces. But it's still definitely worth a watch. But again, the way that he shoots his films, the way that he sets up shots, it's all present in this film and it's all well done. The score, amazing. Didn't check out who the composer is, but each score, each moment when you needed to feel the tension, whether it's desperation, whether it's fear, the scores that were composed worked so well. They were very effective during the film. The performances by the actors, I didn't know that Barry Keoghan was going to be in this film. I didn't know that Harry Styles was going to be in this film. Cillian Murphy did a great job. I didn't know he was in this film either. Honestly, I really didn't know many people that were going to be in this film that ended up being in this film. But each and every one of them did a great job. Michael Caine did voice acting. He was never on screen. But what he did do for a short amount of time, actually, too, he did well. Tom Hardy's also in this film. Excellent work. And the rest of the cast did great as well. They all were very effective in portraying fear, desperation, whatever it was that they were feeling at that moment based on the context of the scene. They did very well. The practical and CGI effects were also well done. I don't think there were any moments where you're like, that it took you out or anything like that. No, I think it was all very well done. But now, the bad. I would say that although the film begins by giving you three perspectives, the first one is the mole, which is 1 week, and then the other two were 1 day and 1 hour. So of course there is a understanding that this film is gonna be told in different perspectives. What I didn't understand or realize until the revelation of Cillian Murphy's character in one scene, while in another scene he was in a totally different location, he was in a totally different state. That's when I finally picked it up, okay, that this is what's going on. But it was a bit confusing. It caused the story to be a little bit more confusing than normal, I would say, for a Christopher Nolan film. And don't get me wrong, I love the fact that Nolan tells the stories sometimes in a non-linear fashion. Nonetheless, although this film is probably not going to be at the top like Inception, Interstellar, or The Dark Knight, I wouldn't say it's the worst film, but then again, Nolan really doesn't put out horrible films, at least up to this point. I still have one more film that I haven't seen, and that's Tenet, and then Oppenheimer I have seen, but obviously I haven't reached those two yet. With that being said, if you haven't watched Dunkirk, I would recommend it. Check it out, and if you do check it out, let me know your thoughts. If you have checked it out, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you feel the same way that I do? Do you feel that it was also confusing and maybe not as great as it could have been? Yeah, let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and I appreciate you guys.